about the shredder. If you have to do the nesting thing in the middle of the night, go back to cleaning the PowerPoints with the toothbrush.
I thought that was quite effective.
Oh, maybe I should pull out of this conference thing. I can do without racing to Adelaide and back in a day.
No, Bob, not after the work you've put into it, no way.
You're going. You'll love it.
And you'll be brilliant.
Shall we?
What?
Well, it's a bit of a hike to the airport. I could always drive.
Are you saying the pregnant woman can't handle it?
I wouldn't dare. Plus, I know how finicky you get about other people driving Audrey.
Well, she's a sensitive type.
She's a piece of machinery. Inanimate. Shh.
Oh, God. Going my way?
Janet, I've got a dilemma for you. What would you do if you were offered incontrovertible proof that Nicholas Quinn raped and abused other young women?
What?
Lindy Quinn gave me a collection of her husband's home movies, which he'd hidden away. Tapes recording his activities.
He taped himself.
Note at the time, the date, very organised.
He really did it.
No doubt at all now.
How many girls?
It's hard to say. Maybe a dozen.
You watched some of the footage?
Yes, I have. All 20 hours of it.
David.
Well, I had to find out if there was any way of identifying any of the girls. See if we could get them some counselling, compensation, something.
We'll get them to the police. But...
Exactly. Who would they charge? The perpetrator is dead. No, he's clearly visible in the tapes, but there's no way of identifying any of the victims. And my question is, what do I do with the tapes now?
Even if the perpetrator is dead, they're evidence of crimes. They should go to the police, which will exonerate you, get the Premier and Miriam and everyone else off your back, show them you were right to pursue Quinn.
I could do that.
Or you could disappear the tapes, be forever criticised, and let his family grieve in peace.
As you yourself might put it, we could proceed, but do we want to?
Linda Quinn's given you her permission.
I envy you. Getting out of here for a while. Having the opportunity to be surrounded by innocence. Not all this.
Names have been suppressed, but it is believed that the deceased 12-year-old was recently acquitted of serious criminal charges. The boy's body was found at home, and his parents are assisting police in their investigations.
Have you seen the news? I'm guessing that's Max Gardner.
Dylan sent me a text about it, so I'd say yes. Do you think he killed himself?
Could have been an accident.
Another one. How likely is that?
How likely are any of the things that walk through our door?
True.
Sean Gardner killed Max.
The father.
Says it was an accident.
He killed him.
Interviewed him last night.
Do I have to watch this?
How's Virginia?
She was under sedation last night. She saw it happen.
She was there.
They reconciled about a month ago. They've been back together living as a family.
We were too scared to leave Max alone with Ethan. You know, the baby. One of us always had to be with him, just in case. Not that we weren't worried about Ella, but Ethan's so small and so helpless. We were in the kitchen, me and Max and Ethan. Virginia, I don't know where she was exactly, somewhere close. I heard this crash in the hall, and then Ella called out. She'd fallen and hurt herself. Now, I raced out to see if she was okay, and she was fine. Just a bump in a fright. I kissed her better, and I went back into the kitchen. Max was leaning over Ethan, right over him, over his face, and he was putting something in his mouth. I raced over and I just shoved him out the road just to get him away from Ethan. And I grabbed Ethan and I picked him up and I just held him tight. And I checked his mouth and there was a grape. And he started crying. And I was just shushing him, telling him everything was okay. And Virginia, I don't know where she came from. She was right there beside me. Besides me and Ethan. And I was so focused on Ethan, I didn't even think about Max. I heard this sound and I couldn't work out what it was, and it was Virginia. She was beside Max on the floor, cradling him and rocking him. He hit his head when he fell.
Max was feeding him.
You don't feed a baby grapes.
You and I know that, a 12-year-old doesn't.
This is a very smart 12-year-old we're talking about.
And a man who hated him. I'll keep you posted, let you know if forensics turns up anything.
Thanks. Are we going to be at loggerheads over this Gardner case too?
No, of course not. We'll just proceed on the evidence.
Sean's admitted to accidentally killing Max. Can't we leave it at that?
Well, he's always hated Max.
Hate? Really? I mean, he didn't trust him. He was probably afraid of him, but hate?
It is possible Sean did it deliberately. Aren't we supposed to look at all the possibilities?
He was saving his baby's life. It's defense of another.
Maybe Sean did push him, but Max was pushed with enough force that he died when he fell.
That force comes from the same place that helps a mother lift a car off a child trapped underneath. It's instinct. It's not murder. Oh, and congratulations.
All right, come in. Sit. Thanks for making the time to come in and see us.
I'm sure there are administrative things to finalise.
You did leave rather abruptly.
Fuck Tracy systems right up.
I didn't handle it very well. I'm sorry.
We'd like to suggest that you reconsider your resignation.
We know you didn't leak the file.
That wasn't the only reason I resigned.
This place gives us all the shits. We're still here.
You still need to lose someone from my group, don't you?
Well, there are other possible solutions.
What would that mean? That you'd sack Ben? I'm not wearing that.
Ben is a completely separate issue.
Ben's a good lawyer. There's no way I'd come back in here knowing that would cost him his job.
Would you be interested in coming back to work with us?
I've actually lined up a couple of interviews with some defence firms.
Ah, I see.
I had you pegged for one of the good guys.
I just wanted to say
Don't say
thank
it, please. I'm just keeping it together as it is.
I heard the news about Max. It's awful.
I'll have your reference ready by the end of the day. Okay.
As an alibi.
Well, it could, yes.
Dylan. Hello. I assume you're all discussing Gardner?
Yes, David asked me to look into it.
Didn't think I should be included?
It's all preliminaries at this stage.
Lena?
I wasn't...
Then none of you will mind if I sit in and give you the benefit of my insights gained from months of work with this family.
Of course.
You're letting Tony run Gardner? He's looking to find a murder charge in
He's
it.
full of bluster, you know that. He'll do a fine job.
His pet hate his dead children. He'll crucify Sean. It's my case. Let me run it.
Except you won't be here.
I'll be back in just under 5 weeks. Nothing will have happened before then.
Janet, I applaud your grand plan, but we both know that's not going to happen. 4 weeks will stretch into 8, into 12, into a year. I know what it's like. I've been through it myself. And even if you do come back in 4 weeks, you'll be in no state to run a stressful murder trial.
I thought we'd sorted this out. What with the boys' club's closing ranks, eh? What am I going to get when I come back? More sunbathing penises?
Janet's got...
I lose my pension if I don't retire at 65.
What?
Well, they're only doing it because they're too gutless to sack me outright, and I refuse to resign.
This is outrageous.
Yeah, well, nothing they do surprises me anymore. If they could have found a way to pin the leak on me, they would have.
Show Miriam the tapes. Make it her decision what to do with them.
Save myself. And to hell with Quinn's family.
Why should you be dragged down by Quinn's crimes?
That's what you do in my position? Give the tapes to Miriam Mancy?
Yes, that's what I think you should do. Which isn't necessarily what I would do in the same situation.
All depends on what we can live with.
Doesn't it always? Thanks, Harry. Dickens. He was very subversive.
Humbug.
Janet, if you're expecting Virginia Gardner, she's down the bottom of the stairs. She's been there for ages.
Thanks.
It's all right.
Virginia. I'm so sorry.
How long?
10 days now. Come on up.
No, I can't.
I can take you somewhere private. No one will disturb us. Please.
Will Sean go to jail?
I honestly can't say.
He saved our little baby's life. They're not going to send him to jail for that. It was an accident. How many times? If we were any other family.
Your family history won't be relevant to the jury, but I'm afraid it will be to the police in deciding what to charge Sean with.
They might charge him with murder.
It's possible, yes.
Max was trying to kill Ethan. What was Sean supposed to do?
It's not up to me to decide that.
No. No, don't put yourself on the line. Don't give a real human response. Don't try and imagine what it must be like to know that one of your older children is actually going to hurt one of your other children. Maybe in 10 days' time you'll feel differently.
Have taken over the asylum.
David emailed me. You surprised me, Tony, even after all these years.
Bastard cornered me.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Look, about this Gardner business.
Can we talk about something else?
I don't like it any more than you do.
I thought you were out for a lynching.
Oh, I've got to keep the young pups terrified, you know that. I will kiss the feet of every single juror who finds that all that man was doing was looking after a baby. I don't have an agenda. I'm just looking for evidence and hoping to God not to find it.
So say we all.
The only thing worse for that family would be to have found Virginia had done it. Those kids are stuffed enough without taking their mother away from them.
They'd still have a father.
Call me a dinosaur, but a baby needs its mother, constantly. As you're about to find out.
Thank you for coming back in at such short notice.
It's all right. Have you
Spoken to the police already?
Not yet, no. I don't think Sean should be charged with anything. I think he loves you and his children so much. He's confessing to something he didn't commit. He's an old-fashioned man. I've seen that in him. He believes a mother's place is with her children. Tell me I've got the story wrong.
Max didn't make a sound. There was no bang, no cry, nothing. I could only hear Ethan choking. He was spluttering and gasping for breath. He had these grapes in his mouth, and there was one stuck in his throat, and I dug it out, and he was screaming, and it was so frightening. I just held him. Sean had already called the police before I realised anything had happened to Max. He was telling them there'd been an accident and that he'd pushed him. I tried to talk him out of it. He wouldn't listen to me. He still won't.
It's all right. It's all right. Thought you weren't going to show.
Sorry, I got caught up.
And waited till everyone else had gone home. I would have done the same thing. One glowing reference for Miss Erin O'Shaughnessy.
I really appreciate it.
Criminal defence work?
That's the plan.
Bradley James, charged with strangling a 32-year-old woman, put her in the boot of his car, drove out of town, dumped her in a river, where she was discovered by a group of school kids. 2 prior convictions for murder.
2?
They let him out. He killed again, twice. Defend him.
Well, maybe he was abused as a child.
This is his 3rd murder.
Drug affected?
The victim was a single parent with 2 young children.
He has a right to representation.
Of course he does. Suresh Nahar, 45, businessman, highly successful, goes online masquerading as a 14-year-old to entice teenagers to meet him for sex. He uses his own daughter's lives as background for his teenage conversations. Want to defend him?
Someone has to.
This isn't about someone. This is about you. What you can live with. What you're willing to spend 70 hours a week of your life dedicated to.
But I could be defending a woman who's guilty of social security fraud because she's looking after too many children after her husband.
God. Oh my God.
Tissue? No. Right. Towel.
I think I need a hospital.
Of course.
Hi, you've called Ash. Please leave a message.
Can you call me as soon as you can? She's on a plane hours away. She's not going to get that message. This is early. It's too early.
It'll be okay. This happens to women every day. It's perfectly natural. We'll just get you to a hospital. I'll call a cab.
I am not giving birth in the back of a cab. You can drive my car.
Sure.
Just get me out of here. I can't.
Yes, you can. You have to.
I need Ash.
You stuck with me. Can you walk?
Yes. Yeah, when I don't feel like I'm splitting in half, I'm fine.
Let's go slowly. Okay, lean on me. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just breathe. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah. Yeah, breathe. Okay. Just tell me something to distract me.
Right, okay. Hilarious travel stories, drugs, childhood memories.
Anything.
You're trapped in a room with a poisonous snake, a tiger and a lawyer. You have a gun, but only 2 bullets. What do?
You're telling me lawyer jokes? You shoot the lawyer. Twice.
You're in labour, you're freaking out, and you still know the answer to the joke. You are awesome.
I'm terrified. Open the door. Okay. All yours. Oh, God.
Win?
Oh.
Manual.
Please, God, tell me you've driven a manual before.
Of course. Once or twice.
Put the clutch in.
I tried Ash again, voicemail, and no answer from Tim or Chris either.
So much for the 4 of us doing this.
We've been in touch with Dr. Malik.
Good, so she explained I'm booked in for a Caesar.
Yes, but we'd suggest you proceed with a natural delivery. The babies are not breached, their heart rates are good.
That's not what I arranged.
These babies aren't going to wait. You're already 8 centimetres dilated.
Caesar really isn't possible at 8 centimetres.
There's no sign of fetal distress or meconium staining in the amniotic fluid. We can give you some nitrous. Perhaps a bath might help deal with the pain.
It was all planned.
We'll keep monitoring the situation.
All right, fine.
You sure it'll be all right? Ash will be here soon. I'll be in the waiting room. Good luck.
Where are you going? Stay with me.
Me?
Please. Don't ever do this!
You're doing really well.
No, I'm not. Shut up!
Yeah. You want another lawyer joke?
No, I want these out of me. Now! Sweetheart, they're here and they're perfect. Oh, my darling girl. You look so beautiful. This is Emma. Oh, hello, Emma. Sweet thing. And this is Liam. Hello, you. Beautiful boy. Oh, we actually chose the right names. Oh, they're gorgeous. Oh, I can't believe I missed the whole thing. I'm so sorry. You can do the next one. I don't need to go through that again. Erin was amazing. She was so calm.
Janet was the amazing one. Just incredible.
I think she told some of the worst jokes I've ever heard.
Like my dad.
I'm so glad Janet had someone with her. Me too. Wait. Oh, that's it, girlfriend.
The end of life as we knew it. So tiny, so fragile. I'm turning into a ferocious lioness.
Maybe I am.
Can I get you anything? No. I have everything I need.